Here's your introduction rewritten as a single flowing paragraph, ready for conversion into Void AI. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a money magnet built into their lives? They're not always the smartest, they're not always working the longest hours, but somehow their wealth keeps growing quietly, steadily, almost effortlessly. The truth is, the rich aren't just lucky, they're following a set of principles most people will never hear about. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the 5 secrets to wealth that successful people keep hidden. These aren't the same tired tips you've heard 100 times. These are strategies that can completely shift the way you see money, opportunities, and even your own future if you're willing to apply them. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe to Secrets to Wealth and tap that like button right now, because every week we bring you the tactics and behind the scenes moves the rich use, and missing even one of them could cost you years of financial growth. By the end of this video, you won't just understand how the wealthy think. You'll know exactly what to do next to start building your own path to financial freedom. So, let's dive straight in to secret number 1. So now you know the 5 secrets that successful people use to build and protect their wealth. But knowing is only the first step. The real question is, what will you do next? Will you take action today, or will you let another year pass by without change? I want you to choose one of these secrets and start applying it right now, no matter how small the step. And I want you to tell me in the comments which one you're committing to, because sharing it makes you accountable. If you're serious about creating the life you've always wanted, make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, and turn on notifications, because in the next video, I'm going to share the daily habits millionaires use to stay ahead and multiply their success. Your journey to wealth is just beginning, and the best chapters are still to come. One day, you'll look back and realize that the moment you decided to act on these principles was the turning point in your life. You'll see how each small decision to invest, to leverage, to be patient, to make money work for you, and to protect what you built created a snowball effect that transformed everything. You'll remember the doubts you had at the start, and you'll smile because you pushed through them. That's the power of commitment and consistency. Wealth isn't built in a day, but it is built every day through the choices you make and the habits you keep. So take that first step now. Start small. Start smart, but most importantly, start. Your future self will thank you for the discipline you show today, and others will one day ask you for the secrets you once learned right here. The path to wealth isn't about luck, it's about learning the rules and playing them better than most. Every successful person you admire once stood where you are now, knowing they wanted more but unsure exactly how to get it. The difference is, they made a decision to take control, to start building assets, to leverage their resources, to think long-term, to put money to work, and to protect everything they earned. You now have those same tools in your hands. Don't wait for the perfect time, because it doesn't exist. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Imagine where you could be 5 years from today if you commit fully to these principles. Your actions today will shape your financial reality tomorrow, and every choice you make either moves you closer to wealth or further away from it. So make the choice to move forward, stay consistent, and watch as your efforts compound into the life you've always envisioned. Now that you know the 5 secrets, the real question is, what will you do with them? You can treat this as just another video you watched, or you can see it as the moment your financial journey truly began. The difference between those who dream of wealth and those who achieve it is action. Start today by identifying one area where you can apply what you've learned. Maybe it's buying your first asset, finding a way to use leverage, committing to the long game by putting your money to work, or protecting what you already have. Small steps taken consistently will transform your financial future. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. If you found value in these secrets, subscribe to Secrets to Wealth and turn on notifications so you never miss the strategies and behind-the-scenes moves the rich use to build and protect their fortunes. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and let's grow together. Your future wealth starts now. Secret number 5. They protect and grow their wealth. Building wealth is only half the battle. Keeping it is where many fail. The wealthy know that without protection, a lifetime of hard work can disappear overnight due to bad decisions, economic downturns, or unexpected emergencies. That's why they diversify their assets across different investments, industries, and even countries to reduce risk. They use legal structures, insurance, and tax strategies to safeguard their money from unnecessary losses. They avoid putting all their wealth into one place, no matter how promising it seems. But protection is just one part. They're also always looking for ways to make their existing wealth grow. That could mean reinvesting profits into higher yield opportunities, acquiring new assets, or staying ahead of trends and technologies that create future value. To apply this yourself, don't just focus on making money. Think about how you'll keep it safe and help it expand. Set up an emergency fund, get the right insurance, learn basic tax planning, and make sure your investments aren't all tied to the same risk. Remember, wealth that is well protected and consistently growing is wealth that lasts for generations. Secret number 4, they make money work for them. Most people work for money their entire lives, trading hours for a paycheck, but the wealthy flip the script. They put their money to work so it earns more money without them lifting a finger. They understand the power of compounding, where earnings generate more earnings over time, creating exponential growth. This could be through investments in stocks, bonds, real estate, private businesses, or other income-producing opportunities. Every dollar they earn has a job to bring back more dollars. They don't let money sit idle in a savings account, losing value to inflation. They direct it into assets that grow and produce income. To start doing this yourself, begin by setting aside a portion of every paycheck specifically for investments. Even a small amount invested consistently can grow into something significant over the years. Reinvest your profits instead of spending them, and watch how your wealth begins to snowball. The wealthy understand that when money works for you, financial freedom stops being a dream and starts becoming a timeline. Secret number 3, they play the long game relentlessly. While most people are chasing quick wins and instant gratification, the wealthy are thinking in decades, not days. They understand that real wealth is built through patience, consistency, and compounding. They're not distracted by every new shiny opportunity. Instead, they choose a strategy, commit to it, and let time do the heavy lifting. Think of investing in the stock market. The biggest returns don't come in the first year. They come after years of steady growth and reinvestment. The same applies to building a business, developing valuable skills, or acquiring income-producing assets. The wealthy know that rushing often leads to costly mistakes, while patience allows for steady growth and better decisions. To apply this in your own life, start thinking in terms of 5, 10, or 20-year horizons. Ask yourself, if I keep doing this for the next decade, will it make me wealthier or poorer? Then stick with the habits, investments, and relationships that pass that test. In the long game, small, consistent actions beat big, impulsive moves every single time. Secret number 2, they master the power of leverage. Wealthy people understand that you can't work your way to massive wealth with effort alone. You need to multiply the results of your actions without multiplying your hours. Leverage comes in many forms, and the rich use all of them. First, there's financial leverage, using other people's money to grow your own wealth. This could mean taking a smart loan to buy a rental property that generates more income than the loan costs. Second, there's time leverage, hiring skilled people or creating systems so you're no longer limited by the hours in your day. Third, there's knowledge leverage, tapping into the expertise of mentors, advisors, and specialists who can save you years of trial and error. And finally, there's technology leverage, using tools, software, and automation to get results on autopilot. Most people avoid leverage because it feels risky, but the wealthy know that the real risk is doing everything yourself and staying small forever. Start by identifying the tasks and limits holding you back, then find ways to replace your effort with someone else's time, money, or systems. Remember, leverage isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter, so your results grow faster than your effort. Secret number 1, they focus on assets, not income. Most people are taught to chase a higher salary, believing that if they just earn more, they'll finally be financially free. But here's the problem. A salary is temporary. The moment you stop working, the money stops too. The wealthy know this, and that's why they focus on building assets that generate income whether they're working or not. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket without you having to trade time for it. Things like rental properties, dividend paying stocks, online businesses, or royalties from creative work. If you stop working tomorrow, your job stops paying you, but your assets keep paying. That's the real difference between being rich for a moment and building lasting wealth. If you focus only on income, you're stuck in the earn, spend, repeat loop. If you focus on assets, you're building a money machine that runs 24/7. So, how do you start? First, list what you own that already makes you money. If you don't have any, that's okay. Now you know your starting point. Second, cut 10 to 20% of your expenses and use that money to buy or build your first asset. Third, start small, but start now. Even $50 a month into a stock index fund is a seed that will grow. Finally, reinvest the profits so your assets feed each other. Remember, wealth isn't built by working harder, it's built by letting your money work harder for you. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a money magnet built into their lives? They're not always the smartest, they're not always working the longest hours, but somehow their wealth keeps growing quietly, steadily, almost effortlessly. The truth is, the rich aren't just lucky. They're following a set of principles most people will never hear about. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the 5 secrets to wealth that successful people keep hidden. These aren't the same tired tips you've heard 100 times. These are strategies that can completely shift the way you see money, opportunities, and even your own future, if you're willing to apply them. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe to Secrets to Wealth and tap that like button right now, because every week we bring you the tactics and behind-the-scenes moves the rich use, and missing even one of them could cost you years of financial growth. By the end of this video, you won't just understand how the wealthy think. You'll know exactly what to do next to start building your own path to financial freedom. So let's dive straight into secret number 1.